Hi, I'm LaRonda Brinkley, and I'll serve as your teacher mentor for Module 5 on the topic of classroom expectations. I'm going to address some of the challenges you've experienced with your student Jamal. Today, we're also going to discuss how to modify your expectations, strategies to decrease disruptive student behavior, increase student engagement, and some resources to set classroom expectations. First of all, it's very important to establish and build a positive teacher student relationship with Jamal. Get to know Jamal and some of his interests. Demonstrate care and concern for him and offer support. It's very important because it will influence Jamal's future learning and his behavior in your classroom. Setting clear class rules and expectations is essential for decreasing disruptive student behavior. Rules and expectations, they need to be clear in the classroom, and you need to follow through on the expectations that have already been set. You describe Jamal's behaviors as constantly interrupting, yelling out when the teacher's talking, standing up, wandering around the room, punching students when walking to the pencil sharpener, and throwing papers on the floor when frustrated. You can modify your expectations by clearly and positively stating them and teaching them systematically. State them positively by teaching Jamal what he should be doing rather than what he shouldn't be doing during different classroom activities. He needs to be taught the procedures and the rules for talking and moving around in the classroom, and also how to get help from the teacher. Jamal also needs to be taught rules for respecting the physical space, the health and safety of others. Allow Jamal opportunities to practice the procedures. He also needs to understand what the expected behavior and conduct is for the classroom. For example, explicitly teach Jamal that he needs to raise his hand for permission to speak and to move about the room, and that he should respect others in the classroom by keeping his hands to himself. Jamal needs to actively participate in developing the rules and understanding the consequences for violating what's been already set forth. Review the expectations with Jamal throughout the school year and seek his commitment to following the rules. There are many strategies that you can employ to decrease disruptive student behavior. Jamal also displays disruptive behavior during transitions. He needs to be taught the procedures for making smooth transitions when entering the classroom. You can facilitate smooth transitions by creating and posting a schedule and discussing any changes, developing transition activities, and just being sensitive to Jamal's special needs regarding transitions. For example, Jamal may need to engage in stage setting activities such as sharpening a pencil before beginning an activity. As a teacher, you can be responsive to this need. You can also decrease disruptive behavior by reinforcing appropriate behavior and changing the way that you respond to Jamal's behavior violations. Offering a high amount of specific praise will actually increase appropriate behavior of disruptive students like Jamal. Use a visual reminder in the classroom and set a goal for yourself as a teacher to have at least 4 positive interactions for every 1 negative interaction with Jamal. Make every effort to acknowledge Jamal's efforts at displaying appropriate behavior. You mentioned that you often yell at Jamal and send him to the principal's office. The most important thing you need to do is remain calm and have a planned, consistent, explicit response that directs Jamal's attention to the specific rule that he violated. Give explicit reprimands, but also offer brief, concise remarks that communicate to Jamal what he needs to do instead. Use minimally harsh reprimands. Try to find ways to involve Jamal in running the class so that he can experience significance and competence. This is important because other kids tease him because of his low reading ability. Jamal needs to be taught how to handle his feelings of frustration, anger, and anxiety. He tends to act out when faced with a challenge. You can help him develop strategies for dealing with all these strong emotions that he experiences in school. You can support him by telling him to think of something that he can ask you, the teacher, to do when he experiences these feelings. You can help him with his work, run an errand, or even modify an assignment. You can also teach him positive self talk strategies and deep breathing techniques when he experiences these feelings. There are many strategies that you can use to increase engagement. Maximizing effective instruction will improve engagement and prevent behavior problems. Because Jamal is performing below grade level academically, you may need to adjust the pace of your instructional delivery. Differentiate instruction by providing reading materials at his instructional level as opposed to his grade level. Adjust the seating arrangement by moving a low ability student like Jamal to the front of the room so that his academic achievements improve. Increase engagement by providing work of appropriate difficulty, but allow him to experience success. Be available to provide assistance and monitor his seat work. You can also use Jamal's interest in the computer to increase engagement. I would suggest that you provide Jamal access to ebooks that have a read aloud feature. Because Jamal enjoys worksheets in math class, he may also enjoy completing reading worksheets that help him develop basic reading skills in the areas of decoding and using context clues. Also, find additional ways to incorporate his interests of baseball and physical challenge into the curriculum to increase Jamal's engagement. A specific resource on setting clear classroom expectations that are specific to this content area is a book titled Champs, A Proactive and Positive Approach to Classroom Management. It's the second edition, developed by Randy Sprick and Safe and Civil Schools. Champs, which employs class-wide positive behavior supports, teaches students how to behave responsibly and helps teachers develop methods for clearly communicating their expectations on every classroom activity and transition. Some of the expectations that you can clarify are conversation. Can students talk to each other during this activity? You can also clarify expectations for help. How do students get the teacher's attention and get their questions answered? You specify expectations for activity. What's the task? What's the objective and the end product? And also movement. Can students even move about during that activity? Participation. How do students show that they're fully participating? What does the work, behavior look and sound like? And success. When students meet Champ's expectations, they're going to be successful. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve as your teacher mentor. I hope the strategies that I suggested can be implemented in your classroom to decrease student behavior, disruptive student behavior, and increase student engagement. Thank you.